Right. Okay, the issue is being rectified. Not a problem. Let's get on with the call as usual. Okay.
Okay.
So, so welcome you all to the call, and others will join in. So coming back to our first thing, as we go ahead normally with our discussion, kindly mute yourself. Yeah. So as we go ahead with the discussion, let's begin with our session with a discussion of a question. And recently we had an achievement. Okay, because end of the day, being first in something is also important. Or it's not important, but we are the first. That is, we are the most populous country in the world right now. Okay, and we are we have crossed China in that regard. Okay, so in this context, I'm bringing you all this question. So I'm sharing it on the screen. I just want your perspectives. We will discuss this in the session itself. Okay. Let me share the screen with all of you. So the question of the day is, okay. Okay. So question of the day, 1 second. Sorry for the inconvenience. Instruments. I'm sorry for that. Yeah. Okay, I'm sharing the screen. So Uday and Devika, you both are on the call. So I want your insights on this particular question. Please confirm if my screen is clear. Yeah. What are the main objectives of population education? List down the measures we can take to achieve it. Okay. So let's not focus on the first part, since this is new for you. What do you think? What measures can be taken in this regard, do you think, to control the population? Or is there a way forward for it? What do you think is your opinion or your thought process towards this? Can I have some viewpoints from both of you? Here, I would again like to tell you this. You need not be perfect about what you're saying. Okay. It is about building the idea of collecting the thoughts in your mind with your experience and being able to construct a answer for the topic. These are very general topics. These could come as your group discussion topics in your interview or in your group discussions. How do you construct your thought for this? That's all we want to know. So please go ahead and share your thoughts. Let's begin with Devika. Devika, what measures do you think we can take as a government to control the population in this country? And is there any different new perspective towards it? Yes.
So one thing that, are we talking about population education in the sense, the family planning thing, or is it something else?
Yeah. Population education and population control, both.
Okay.
When I say population education, always even that is towards even educating the family in the right way so that they are able to control the population also, even that. This is where the interpretation comes. Yeah, please go ahead.
So with regards to the topic of today, population education is important to make people realize that for a value life, they have to be a small family in a way that their resources are well channelized and each of them is provided with a good social upbringing, and also their basic necessities are fulfilled in a proper manner. So with regards to government, the key area which government has been working for a while is awareness programs. And with that, people coming up and taking a lead is always seen as a better way of bringing a change in the society and society's mindset. So we can, like the government can create more such programs where the people themselves come and talk about it and share their value experiences and encourage others to do so.
Okay, if I have to put it in your words, you're saying that there should be a kind of a platform where people are recognized for the measures that they're taking on their own to control the population and to kind of give the right quality life to their families to be able to come up. Correct? Is that what you're telling? Okay, fine. Uday, what do you think can be the measures that we can take to promote population education and also facilitate population control?
First
And what
of
is
all,
your view on the latest the numbers that we have touched, where we have crossed China with respect to population?
so first of all, we need to educate them what are the effects of the population. Like morning, I read environment, sir. In that, I read carrying capacity of ecosystem.
Okay, very good.
And also, I read the ma'am said about sugar example also. If we have a certain amount of sugar, if more people are added in that community or in that place, the sugar is finishing in very less thing. So if the population in India is equal to population of China, the resources which are used to finish by August or July will be finished 1 month before itself.
Correct.
Itself, so the entire ecosystem in India will be disturbed some X%. If this continues till 5 to 6 years, then we will finish our resources within 3 to 4 months itself.
Good.
So we need to educate them with sugar coated words. Like we can't be harsh like in before Indira Gandhi used to take the people government employees forcefully or something. As now we have completely digital India, we can't do in that way, but we can do in sweet way. Like if there are 4 to 5 kids, the freebies or the government schemes should be applicable only to 2 people. It's like, and we should make a video that how the 4 people kids a family having a peaceful life or some quality life, and how 2 people will have. So
Very
people
good.
themselves know the difference and they will think about it.
Very good. So to summarize what you have mentioned, Uday, you're saying that we can use, first of all, the media as a source for communicating the message to the people about the ill effects of large families and having a population education passed on to them. And very beautifully, you were able to connect this topic to environment and ecology, because environment and ecology as a whole, environment as such, what is happening here, to simplify and to exactly tell you what you told, there is population, one thing. And second, there's concentration of population happening in cities.
Yes.
So we need to take measures towards decentralizing the development, and we need to disperse the crowd, and we need to limit the growth of the crowd also.
Without any possible government.
Yeah. Perfect. Very good. And also, coming to the next part, it is about, you can add on to one more thing here, Uday.
Yes.
It's not earlier, the thought process that the government used to have was that if demography increases, see, this is the technical word used for population.
Yes.
If demography increases, our country would get affected, is what was the thought process in the 1990s, 80s, etc. But now the thought process is shifting, where we are focusing on demographic dividend. How can we bring the maximum out of the people through quality education and quality employment? But there is a challenge right now. The challenge is, with more and more of automation, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and mechanization being happening, do you think we will be able to create a better and quality demographic dividend in the country? Is the question that is coming up. But again, the solution there is, anyone has an idea? How do you think the demographic dividend can be improved? Anyone has an idea on this lines? Rishta, would you like to add anything on that?
About the demographic dividend, sir?
Yeah.
No, sir. I have another side of view, but I don't know.
No problem. Add your side of view. What is your side of view?
Even before being a first place or second place, we always have a large numbers of people, sir. We have more human power. taking that into consideration, when we see the productivity of in any kind of sources like sports or development or any kind of industries, we will see only a very small numbers of people going to that high point. Um, Let us take about the sports. There are
Mhm.
only two in all categories where we can say the names to the world,
Okay.
despite of having a huge population.
Mhm.
So I think the utilization of our manpower is very low. Educating of the population cannot be measured only on terms of control, but the way we utilize our population to its high effect is also to be considered. The way they have to be channelized, and people have to get the knowledge of various resources they could use to develop themselves, not only on basic education and basic life support system. We have to get something more so that we can give the best of ourselves.
Okay, good. So you'll have to construct the words. Your thoughts are right. The construction of the words has to be more clear. So to add on to what you mentioned, if you take the Article 21 of our Indian Constitution, it says that right to life does not mean just mere breathing. It is about being able to give the people the opportunities to explore the finer graces of human civilization. Are you getting it? So, Rishita, to add on to what you mentioned, so we have to not just talk about only population control, the point that you mentioned about population control, but it is also about effectively bringing the dividend out of the population with the right education and other aspects. And secondly, giving them a true life where they have the opportunity to think and grow and explore themselves as a human civilization. Rishita, am I right in what I adding on for your
Uh,
thoughts? You're
yes, sir.
getting the point how I was able to link things. So this is how the use of your concepts, the use of your language, and expressing your thoughts, all three of you are absolutely correct. But it is about how you present your argument in front of the examiner. How do you connect? Like how Uday connected to to environment. You will have to connect the topics to different subjects also based on the need of the question. Okay, superb.
Okay.
So this is how you need to explore your thoughts. Okay, amazing. Okay. So in this regard, coming back to the next aspect of the discussion, shall we also see what the artificial intelligence has to say for this? Okay. Let's try to see what the chat GPT has to talk about that. Okay. So you can actually leverage your journey through this. Okay. So I'm again telling you, it's both a boon and a bane. But for examples, for thought processes, okay, you can actually effectively use that. Okay, 1 second. Not sure. Okay. Yeah. So what was the question we had? What measures can we take to control, to facilitate population education? Okay. What measures can we take in India to facilitate population education? Okay. Right. So awareness campaigns, educational programs, public-private partnerships, improving the school infrastructure, okay, empowering women. Okay, we have to check, not necessary that they're all right, correct? So access to family planning, right? Encouraging small families, right? Promoting literacy. Are you all able to see that the pointers can be taken for you to think and analyze how it can be done? Okay. Right. So national population policy, national health mission, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan for promoting education, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao for empowering of girls, Jan Aushadhi Kendras for effective and healthy communities, information, education, and communication campaigns, National Commission of Women. Students, are you able to see that soon ChatGPT can defeat you in IAS exam? Right? Are you able to see that? Okay. But again, as I'm telling you, artificial intelligence should be used as a tool for your empowerment and not your disempowerment. End of the day, you all are smarter than any artificial intelligence that you can take, because you will know how to leverage the tool. You will use the tool to effectively contribute back to the society. That's how you should start looking at things. Okay, clear with this, right?
Yes.
I just wanted to show you all how and what quality of questions you ask will determine what perspectives that you can get. Clear? Okay, this is how I would like to take things forward. So the next important thing is coming to the hack of the day. The hack of the day I want to give you all is called focus on inner voice. Okay, focus on inner voice. Every single day, when you are preparing for this exam, when you are able to pursue being the best version of yourself, when you look at yourself in the mirror, what is that inner voice talking to you? What is the conversation that you're having with it? Is that voice really empowering, or is that voice very feeble and anxious or scared? Check that. And every time, for example, let us say you're preparing for this exam, and let us assume you're not able to meet your targets. The first thing that generally happens is you reject that, you resist that, correct? But rather, don't resist anything in life. Rather, you first see why it happened and see what learning you can get out of it. For example, Rishita, you're writing prelims test series, right? If I'm right, correct? Devika,
Yes.
you're also writing the prelims test series. Yeah. So now let us say you are getting a question. Assume out of 100 questions, you are not able to solve 20 questions straight. At that particular moment, okay, in the test series, check what kind of a thought process is running on your mind. Is it immediately getting into the scary aspect or anxious aspect of your mind? Or is it being patient to check for what questions you know will about to come? That should be the mindset that you should have first. And secondly, after the test, what kind of a mindset do you have? Are you again criticizing yourself that you did not know 20 questions straight? Or are you seeing that as a learning opportunity for you to learn something new that you don't know has come about? Are you able to see what kind of a conversation you can have with your inner voice? So kindly do not reject anything. Kindly accept everything. Be grateful to things and start seeing what you can learn out of it. This is the hack I want to give all of you. So focus on your inner voice, and the more and more strong it is, the more and more it is in your team, you shall win anything in life. Clear? Your inner voice should empower you, support you to take it to the next level. Right? So this is what I wanted to add on as a part of your hack of the day. Okay. So coming back to our discussion of the update, right? So let's begin with Devika. Devika, how is your week going? And since you're a test student, we will have a test review for you. What was going on with your routine of revision, and how did your test go by, and what were your observations, your challenges and best practices?
Okay. So I was waking up early because of the 21-day session challenge, and after waking up, I was reading the revision part. I was not watching any lectures because it was early morning, and then I had my public administration live classes. Then the current affairs small part. Followed by I am still left with art and culture, and I am in the last few lectures of medieval history. I am also completing that. In the afternoon time, I do the recording. I check the recordings, and by night I try to write either an answer or or it's like an essay part.
Okay. Every day you're doing it. Okay.
Yes, either it's a 20 minutes timer, like I told you before, on a current issue topic or something I have read in the morning.
Okay.
How much I can write. It is not structured. It is not very much up to the mark, but
Mm.
it gives me a boost to my thought process that I try to recall everything. So
Good.
the days I am not able to cope up with the subject, I pick up a current affairs topic and write on it.
Okay,
That's it.
absolutely.
Challenges, I still feel that speed is a little bit slow. And with regards to revision also, at times I am very much happy with the test. However, I'm giving, at least I am able to recall and do things. And whatever is left, I try to recheck it with the explanation, like we had the first test explanation PDF.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Good.
it.
Okay. So here I just want to tell you, advise this. When the test series is happening, I would recommend you channel 90% of your time towards that. Because this is the time that you have for you to focus on the test for that subject. Because after that 1 week, you will not touch that subject. You will go to the next subject. This regimentalization and compartmentalization of the subject you need to build. Okay. Because if you go on studying the same subject, you will end up compromising on the other subjects. And that is the reason why you need to have a test series structure when it comes to completing the topic. Okay. So what I would recommend you, Devika, is this should be the method that you should follow. Monday to Thursday or Sunday to Thursday is the time for you to study. Okay. Where you will revise your notes, ensure that you're solving all the previous year question papers along with that, in case you have. Friday, you will revise the subject and even link it to current affair if you have any. Okay. And Saturday, you will take up the test. You will attend the test discussion in the evening. And in the meantime, you will be working on learning through the questions. Getting it? Every question should be learned upon. Every word in the question paper should be known to you. And whatever new you're coming across, update this content into the notes. Got the idea? And Sunday, you can use Saturday and Sunday for this. And again, the routine will begin back once you finish this to the next test. This should be the routine that you follow. And I'm telling all of you this, 20 tests, 2000 questions, 4 facts each. So 8,000 facts. Very, very simple. 8,000 facts plus another 8,000 facts as a part of your previous year questions. 16,000 facts is there in your mind in different forms. What are the chances that you can't eliminate 165 facts? That is 55 into 3. That should be the mindset, Devika. Okay. But the best practice that you're following, that is just taking a current affairs topic and working on that. I have a technique for you, which I like to tell you. Take a current affairs, for example. Okay. Take a current affairs and start asking questions on that. What is that current affairs about? Why did it happen? How did it happen? What are the factors involved in it? What all are questions coming into your mind? Okay. You list down all the questions. Start finding answers for that. This will be a way where you will comprehensively analyze the current affairs also. That's one thing. Second thing is, as you know, you can take that current affairs topic as a concept and link it to the Hindu and the Indian Express to find out all the articles that have come and just check out the perspectives. Even that would do the work. Got the idea?
So with regards to asking question on a current affair topic, when I am searching for a topic and trying to understand the concept, I try to see as many perspectives it is following in a short note or something of that sort. But when I check, previously I was checking an institute's current affairs based test. So the way they are asking questions on the same topic is far more in depth, or in an area I have not even thought of. So how to cope up with that?
Very, very simple. See, first of all, you can make an n number of questions related to the topic. There's no end to it. Okay. And not necessary that because you have read one topic, you can answer all the things. The idea is this. Once you get an idea about a current affairs topic, you approach a question. With your limited information, you will first focus on how much you are able to eliminate. And whatever you are not knowing there, you update that into the notes. That is the only method you will go at. Getting the point. If you can use logic, you can use logic. If you can't use logic, just check what you can learn from that and update the notes. This is how you have to go about, Devika. Okay. And further days, again, I'm telling you, now is the time where the static portion is being completed. So focus on the static part, which is your notes and the previous year questions. Even if even in the main exam, I'm telling you, 80 to 90% of the questions will be on the concepts which are there in current affair. Very, very, very minimum where they ask questions directly from the current affair topic. Even that will be covered for you in the top 500 topics that we are giving you at the end of the test series, where you can focus on whether you have covered all the topics. So the documents that you can use is the 25 years of hot topics. I mean, the previous year question paper topics that are there, that you can look at, and even the hot topics list you can look at for the new things. But this itself will be so much of content to work on, Devika. That is your notes, your prelims previous year questions, and the mains previous year questions. In mains also, I'm telling you, take those concepts. What angles are being touched upon related to a topic that you update in the notes. For example, there was a question asked a few years back regarding Whiteley Commission. That question was not there in newspapers. The topic was not there in newspapers. That topic was never asked in prelims, but that topic was asked in mains. And this year, that year it was celebrating an anniversary. How do you think you'll know that? So the previous year questions are the key. You are not here to get 100% marks and you can never even get it. Focus on priority. The first priority is your notes and your previous year questions. Once that is done, if you further have time, the next priority is the question papers that we are giving. Once that is done, the next priority is you can solve any institute's extra papers, no problem. But focus on the priority, and if you keep jumping, you'll miss out on what's the crux of it.
So with regards to the test series, it is actually covering a lot of areas. And they are very well, even if you are new to us, we are not like very much blank about it. We have at least some idea, and
Yes.
rest is we are supposed to work on it.
Yes, and that is the idea. If you notice, okay, I'll tell you the strategy behind how this test series is designed. The strategy of this test series is, especially when the subject-wise test is happening, we are touching upon the fringe areas of the subject rather than the general questions, if you have observed. Okay, for example, if you take the question paper of geography, the questions have never been asked regarding El Nino, La Nina, climatology that you have come across in the previous year questions. They're touching upon the fringe areas because the intention is for you to read those fringe areas which you generally ignore. But as you go further towards the full tests, where the conventional questions that have been asked by UPSC, the favorites of UPSC, will start coming in. So this is where you've got to stretch your thought and touch upon those things. More than sufficient. You'll be able to get it. Got it, Devika? So do that. Yes, and thank you for sharing so that, that is how I will be able to help you correct if you're going wrong in anything. Okay. So work on the test series schedule. That's the best practice. Okay. Yeah. Test series schedule. Yes. Next. Uday, go ahead. How's your preparation going?
Sir, I started with geography, sir.
Very good. Okay.
Daily from 6:30 to 9:30 I'm studying. I'm playing video at 1.5x. Like I'm doing in this. Like I'm writing daily dates and 2 lectures. After finishing, I'm ticking those. So if someday I miss something, I feel that incompleteness. So next day itself, I am aware of that I'm not doing. Like it's to maintain the consistency in preparation. Like previous, I used to break 3 days. Again, I used to start. Again, I used to break. But if I'm writing day and day wise lectures, if I'm missing this day, I'm skipping that and I'm following next lectures. But today's holiday. So yes. Generally when it is holiday, I wake up around 10 o'clock and I feel like I don't know what to do. But here I got some work what to do. So I will finish those videos. So the thing is at the end of the month, in 20 days, I'm finishing 40 lectures with complete. Super. But in January festival season and so many holidays, so I left with 17 lectures pending in geography. I'm set to do environment and ecology from Feb. So I started environment and ecology. These 17 videos, like I will complete when I get free time. Like I'm completing. But I
Yes.
covered everything in geography in aerial view, but in depth I didn't. Like,
Don't worry. As you go in the second revision through the questions, you will cover that. No problem.
sir, I have
Okay.
okay. After that, I started ecology, environment ecology. Ecology part is done, sir. Biodiversity is running. Like by 15th, I will complete environment, and by 15th, geography also completed. 2 subjects.
Very good. Super, Uday. So this is how you need to progress. Good pace. You are able to catch up to a good pace, and monitoring is a best practice that you're following. Very good. Any challenge you're facing? Anything else?
So challenges, and sir, I did a mistake, and now also I'm repeating same thing. Like before, sir, and I said and I done before course, and before course I used to listen everything. Everything is remembered in subconscious mind. Like do. So what happening is, sir, I have done with geography suppose up to 80%. Now I'm doing ecology and environment. Next month I will do something. If we go to April, sir, I'll suppose now it is April. I have done something in January, right? I will forget that.
That's okay.
So I
This
don't
is
know
normal.
how to organize and how to recall.
Yeah.
Like I can't watch same videos again and again. Like
No, please don't. That's a blunder. Do not watch the videos again. Okay. I mean, as you're watching the video, if you have any specific doubt, if you didn't understand something, you can feel free to go back. But as a revision, do not watch the videos.
Like I don't know how to revise something.
Yeah, I'll come to that. See, now, once you have prepared your notes, you have brought all the information into the book. Okay. Please understand that your conscious brain need not remember, but your subconscious mind will be familiar to the concepts.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, for example, randomly, if I tell you, have you heard of cyclones? Have you heard of tropical cyclone, temperate cyclone? Your mind will be like, okay, I'm being exposed to the concept as a part of the class. What exactly it is, if I ask you, you'll still be able to brainstorm something out of it. Correct. Yes. That is enough. Familiarity is what will be the level of your journey in the first round. Now, after the subject is done, Uday, I would recommend you to spend some time on the previous year questions. Go to the previous year question paper book. Each subject will have around 400 questions of the last 25 years. Take every question into consideration and see, are you familiar with the keywords or not? And are you able to solve the question? And you keep an open book system. You don't need to remember things. You keep an open book system and check if in the notes you have covered this or not. Wherever you feel you're missing out on that question, you learn about that fact and update that into the notes. This is all that you need to do for now in the second round, okay? Along with the subject. And then you go to the next subject. This is what I would recommend you to do, okay?
And like when you're solving previous year questions, sir, like I have spent whole month studying geography. If I open previous year questions, if I'm unable to solve it, I feel completely demotivated that I wasted entire, like it's not wasting, but still I am not able to solve. So
this is the fear you need to face it. Okay, please understand.
So I'm not touching it.
See, this is the problem that happens to technical background students. In a technical background, what do? You have a formula, you apply the formula, you crack the question. This is not a technical question or a math-based question. This is a subjective question, which involves subject knowledge and logic. Are you getting the point? Uday, I'll tell you what, even when you finish a complete subject revision and go to the prelims exam final, you'll still have this feeling with you. Have I covered everything that is needed? But this is where you need to trust yourself and go with that limited knowledge. So as a part of the prelims test series, this is what we expose you to, the uncertainty. Yes, how do you firefight at that moment in those 2 hours to come to the answer? That is what is the key. Are you getting the point? So I just want you to understand this. I'm just again spending some time here. So you go to the previous year questions. I'm just opening this book list. I hope you have bought a book like this, correct? Okay. So go to the previous year questions. Okay. And I'm sorry. So go to the previous year question here. And Arihant publications would be the better one for a hard copy. Okay. Now let us take one question. Let's help you try to understand. Okay. So for example, let us take this question. Willy Willy is what? This is the question asked in 1995. So Uday, you tell me, have you heard of this word called Willy Willy?
Sir, like I didn't cover cyclones part. Like,
Now that is an area that is new to you. So you are mentioning that you haven't covered cyclone. Okay. How do you know that this could be related to cyclone?
like C, option C was tropical cyclone of Northwest Australia.
Okay. Others, a wind that blows in a desert. First of all, have you heard of this word, Willy Willy?
I guess I heard it. I heard it on climate officer.
What have you heard about it? Can you tell me? Whatever you remember.
I guess the answer will be D.
Hmm?
D.
It's a common fish found near Laccadive Islands. See, this is how you have to test. Okay. First of all, you might not be familiar. If you're familiar, what you remember is what you should think. And then you should go one by one to check what is the right answer. Here in this case, it's a very, very direct question. So it's a tropical cyclone of the Northwest Australia. This is the answer. Okay. Now, you need not know much about it. Okay, Willy Willy, I haven't heard about it. What is it? You got to know about it. If you want to browse a little more about it, go to Wikipedia and check Willy Willy, Wikipedia, and you will get your idea regarding what exactly it is. Okay, Willy Willy Northwest Cyclone. Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
You're building your knowledge base now regarding Willy Willy's. See, even tropical cyclone Willy. Why exactly it got its name? Just a very, very simple question related to this. You check out. Or there's nothing much even being discussed here. That year it was famous. Okay, it's a famous cyclone. Okay, so it's in Northwest. Over. That's it. Nothing more involved to it. Getting the point. Okay,
Yes, sir.
you take this question. Which one of the following layers of the atmosphere is responsible for the deflection of radio waves? Any
Ionosphere.
idea on this?
Ionosphere.
Okay, why? What is the logic behind it?
Sir, in ionosphere, there are so many ions. This the wave is electromagnetic wave. This electromagnetic wave will get interacted with those ions and they get reflected back. Like it's our easy question. So yeah, answer.
Perfect. So ionosphere has ions. Ions are charged particles. So electromagnetic waves will get reflected due to the ions in the atmosphere. Correct? Now that means radio waves are getting reflected in the ionosphere. Now there are some more things: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere. First thing, are you able to recall how these layers are arranged from the bottom to the top?
Yes, sir.
This is how you should think. Second, what are the facts that I know about troposphere? What do I know about stratosphere? What do I know about mesosphere? Just a few facts. What are you able to brainstorm? Over. If you're not able to brainstorm, no problem. Take out your notes, just go through these things and recall it and go next. Are you getting the point? How you are allowing your mind to build the recall capability related to this concept called layers of the atmosphere.
Yes, sir.
Hearing it. You might read a book 100 times, Uday. You might know by heart the notes you have written, but by hearting is different from recalling and applying the logic. What you did right now was application of logic. You never mugged up saying ionosphere, deflection of radio waves. No. You use the logic that ionosphere has charged particles, electromagnetic waves will deflect it. This is how you should apply for the exam. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So go watch images. See, for example, here, 1996, diamond ring is a phenomenon observed in where? Okay. Have you heard of that? If you haven't heard of it, what is this diamond ring in? Okay, diamond ring. Okay, in astronomy. Okay, so you will get to know that this is the diamond ring effect of NASA. Are you able to see that? So you see this? So you should see the images, get the visual learning, the reading part also happening there, and answer the question and go next. Isn't that fun, students? There's so much new to learn, so much new to appreciate from the previous year questions. This year, it might not be in news. How will you know if it's in news or not? Just type diamond ring the Hindu and you will get to know what is in news or not. Okay. So there's nothing related to what we are seeing. Diamond ring, Google is searching the wrong thing. Got it, Uday? I hope I answered your question.
Then now it broke the fear of previous year questions.
That's
Like generated curiosity in me, sir. Like I am going to learn something.
yes.
If D is answer, I will know about A, B, C also.
That's
Sir,
it.
one last question, sir. Like
Tell me.
from last month. Sir, in 5 days workshop, you said 80 to 20, and in Insta video also you found 80 is to 20, like 20% of the topics UPSC focus on. Sir, but why are we spending 80% of time gaining knowledge and 20% time for skill? But 80% is skill, right? How to develop that skill also, I don't know, sir.
Okay,
And
okay.
how to
There's a
develop
30-70 ratio and 80-20 ratio. Both are different. Okay. 70-30 ratio, what I told was 30% is knowledge. 30% of the time you're spending for this preparation of the exam is for gaining knowledge. 70% of the time that you're spending is for building the skill, either through practicing the questions or through practicing the answer writing, etc. Okay. In that 30% knowledge base, in every subject, 80% of the questions that are asked by UPSC comes from 20% of the topics majorly. How do you get that? That you get it through previous year questions.
hot topics.
That's the logic. Hot topics, yes. That's it, nothing else. Everything repeats. Devika, to add on to this, questions repeat. Invest your time on previous year questions. Invest your time on the themes of previous year questions. That's it. You'll be able to hit the target as it is. Getting it? You only think practically. How much new time the examiner come up with? Is the examiner planning to select you, or is the examiner planning to reject you in this exam? Please understand. They want to select candidates who are able to think a little better than the crowd. That's it. And they want to know how you're able to map the trends. And they want you to understand the UPSC better. So tomorrow when you become a district collector, when you go to the district, this is the quality you must have. Are you able to scan through the past of the district, what challenges the district faced, and are you able to predict what can come in the future? Isn't that the quality that UPSC is looking at in you as a district collector?
Yes, sir.
Same thing they're checking you. They are not looking how action hero you are. No. They're only looking at, are you able to predict what can come next? Do you have that quality in you? Are you able to prioritize what's important in the district and what is not? That's it. All right.
Then and
How
how
much ever hardworking you are, it doesn't matter.
to improve that skill, sir? Like how to improve that 70, 30
Which
we
one?
have
70-30.
for 30 we have National IAS Academy videos to gain knowledge and do. For 70
That's where after you finish your videos today, you will be a part of our mains mentoring program very soon, where we will mentor you for your answer building skill.
For the 70
Right now, what you are doing, when I asked you the question in the beginning of the session, what we are actually doing is you are articulating your thoughts to build an answer. The same thing, you will actually use it in an answer. That's
okay, thank you.
Right. So, yeah. Next, Rishita, go ahead.
Currently, I was watching the videos of ecology. Economy. I am in class 3.
Okay.
I have stopped the polity, sir, in class 6.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think it's class 18, sir. Polity in the class 18. I have stopped that.
Okay.
And I have studied ecology, sir. Economy, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. Why did you stop? Any specific reason?
So actually, before joining in this National IAS Academy, I have gone through rough videos of polity, sir.
Okay.
So in a hurry that whether I could complete economy, economy within the time. So I just stopped that.
Okay, no problem. But are you going according to the tracker of test series? How are you able to manage your time for the subject of the test and also the new topics?
Sir, that was more challenging for me. I just want your guidance in this. My time almost starts 4 or 4:30 in the morning. I can only give my time up to 6:30, sir. No matter what, I have to close at 6:30 because I have to do the house things and I have to go to office. So
in the evening, what time do you begin again?
8 to 2, I was completely occupied, sir. And 2 to 3 will be my cooking and eating time. So Again at 3:30, roughly I was starting, sir. 3:30 to 5 or something like that. And again, actually I used to have dance class for 1 hour in the evening, 5 to 6 or 4 to 5. I have to skip that, sir. I am just thinking I have to really skip that because I couldn't manage my time, sir. Morning, in the morning time, I was revising for the test series. In the afternoon, I was giving 1 or 1.5 hour for the test series, and then 5:30 or 6:30, I was starting for the covering the topics, economy or polity videos, but I couldn't complete them. More than 2 or 3 were my maximum number of videos per day, sir. So by the 9, I was unable to handle much, and I am stopping abruptly.
Yeah. See, now, first thing is you should have a tracker as similar to Uday is having. But here, what you can have, Rishita, is have a hourly tracker. First, to understand what all are the areas in your day where you have the free time to check that. Okay. And in your free time, the first priority that has to be given is for the test series that is happening. You have only 2 subjects that are pending. What are they? Indian polity and Indian economy, correct? The remaining subjects you have actually covered. So what you can do every day is approximately you have around 4 to 5 hours per day, correct? 4 hours per day. Is that what it is? In that 4 hours per day, do one thing. You give 3 hours or 3 hours for test revision and 1.5 hour for covering one video. This is how you can go about it. Okay, one option. Or second option is one day in a week, you focus on covering the remaining subject, which is pending, and the remaining days of the week, you focusing on the test. This is another method that you can follow. Okay, and polity and economy, as you go one by one, you will be picking it up. Okay, and you will be able to do it. So use your holidays or the days when you're free, especially Sunday, as half day for subject coverage and half day for working on the test. This is the method that you can follow to do it. The idea is very simple. You have to cover things. Earlier, you used to do it fast. Now, what is the challenge that's coming to cover the videos fast? What is the hindrance?
No, preparing for the test series, and along with it, I have to cover this.
So give your focus for the test series and parallelly you cover this with one class per day. That's more than sufficient. Got the idea, Rishita?
If it's one class per day, I will take at least 1 month to complete a subject, sir.
That's okay. What is the problem? Only that the test will not be able to attend, by subject-wise test you will not be able to attend. But you cover that after the subject is done and go with the full test schedule. Getting the logic?
Okay, sir.
Okay, this is the key. So split it that way and cover things. You will be able to do that. Okay. So don't rush up. I mean, it will be very tempting to rush up on things, but there's no point rushing up because you will not do justice for the subject. Rather, go one by one, cover it. So what you can do is, just like how Uday has planned, you list down all the videos that are there and what are the topics that are there, and go on every day covering that according to the planner. So you will go on covering the videos so that you're satisfied that whatever you're planned, you're covering it and you're focusing on the test. Getting the point. If you have 6 days time, you invest 5 days on test series, 1 day on other subject and learning through questions. Rishita, clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay, do that. You can do it. So just get on to the track and let us know if you have any doubts. We'll be able to help you.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes. And students, I just want to understand, did you get the message properly? Was the intimation proper? Why is the attendance low today? Something different?
Yes, sir.
Rishita?
Message by time.
You got the message on time, clearly messaged. Okay, we have to check with that. Okay, fine. Coming back, we had great learnings today and a great discussion also, though the strength was less. So the learnings of the day was this. Focus on your inner voice. As I told you, your inner voice should be supporting you and not opposing you. This is what your focus should be on. So focus on accepting everything, accept with gratitude, accept with what learning you can have from that. Okay. And when it comes to the test series review, work on the test series schedule, focus on the schedule and prioritize your journey. The first priority should be given to the test series. And as Rishita has asked the question, you can divide the time effectively, like 1 day for a new subject and 5 days for the test series. This is how you can plan and prioritize your journey so that you will be able to do it. And no much challenges were faced today, but best practices we were able to brainstorm. Write on the current affairs topic to break the monotony, as Devika mentioned. And here we brainstormed a further, that is, ask questions on current affairs topic for yourself and start finding the questions. What, why, where, how, and who. Those kind of questions can be formed and you can find answers for it. And another thing is use Google to narrow down on the topic. But again, before you do all of this, focus on the priority. What is the priority that you should focus on? First, on your notes. Second, on the previous year questions. Third, on the test series. And fourth, on the remaining things. Okay. And maintain a tracker. Uday showed a very good tracker that you can emulate and solve questions to face the fear of the exam. If you're getting a fear that you're not able to remember things, it's okay. That is how your brain functions. You have to allow your mind to build the muscle memory by constantly applying the knowledge in the question. And that is the key towards progressing towards a fearless journey towards the exam, and it's being fun. See, this is the mindset that you all should have, students.
Can you repeat the last
point? Sorry?
Last point, can you repeat it, sir?
Solve the questions to face the fear of the exam, to move from fear to excitement in the exam. See, every time you get a mains question, you should be able to appreciate how beautifully the examiner has designed the question and what you can add the best value to that question. How will you brew the content in the best possible way? When you are thinking of the exam in this logic, the beauty of your presentation will come out. See, as I always tell, I want you to go back and think of your 10th standard exam. How was your mindset when you're going for your drawing competition? How was your mindset when you're going for your science exam? In your drawing competition, oh my God, will I draw, how to draw, which stroke to draw? Will you think like that and go? Or will you go with an open mindset and the topic is given? I want you to think like the Tare Zamin Par. He sits down, enjoys the journey and just does that and come out, correct? It's an art. UPSC is an art. It's an art of how beautifully you can construct your answer, how beautifully you can write your essay. It comes out like that. Are you getting it? If you go with the stress, or am I able to remember things or not? What should I dump the information in the exam? Your mind will get blocked out. That's why for a brain to creatively work, you have to be like a clean slate. Go with a clean slate to the exam hall. And when the question comes, allow your mind to do the magic. And for that magic to happen, the workout has to be done. Clear? Uday, understanding the mindset here? This is the transition that you should get from a technical background mindset to a UPSC mindset. What idea? Even tomorrow, as a part of your UPSC service, every day is new. Every day is a challenge. If you go with an anxiety, oh my God, what will come tomorrow? You will get more and more anxiety. Rather, every day you go with an approach of what problems do I have to solve and what new learnings can I get? You will enjoy the service and you will be able to move forward to be one of the most successful officers in the country. This is the mindset. Okay. Ishita, clear? Devika, clear? Uday, clear? Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So I wish you all the best for the test series, for those of you who are writing the test series. So at 6:30, I think you can join for the call of the test mentor. Be regular for these calls. Uday, I think this is your second call or first call?
First call, sir.
You have to be very regular on this call, because if you don't be on the call and if you don't get your doubts clarified, what is small now will become very big. By the time you take action on it, it would have overpowered you.
Yes, sir.
Don't do that. See, now that you understood about this fear, now you understood about what are the mistakes you're doing, you will be able to perform it. Okay, Uday, please be regular on the call.
After revise what subject done in before, sir?
Which one? After?
Like I have done geography. If I'm in April and May.
Geography, environment, science and tech. This is the trio that you should complete as a thing. Okay. I want you to be in touch with the mentor. 1 second. Kaveri, do you have anything to add on regarding Uday?
No, sir. I have once he has finished geography, basically we asked students to solve the previous year question papers to check whether they have understood all the topics or no. So maybe that what you can do is if you finish geography, take a day, try to solve the question paper. try to find out which topics you're not able to solve the question paper, find out what's the, a drawback, why you're not able to find it out. Do the complete revision, and then you can start with environment ecology. Right?
Okay.
Once you finish
Okay.
environment ecology, you can go to the next subject.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Geography,
Okay.
environment, science, and tech. Uday. This is the first trio that you will tackle. Second will be history and polity, and the third will be economy. And once the core subjects are covered, all of the main subjects will link to all the other subjects. For example, disaster management will link to geography, agriculture will link to geography. You have internal security as a subject, ethics as a subject. All of that will tag along to all these areas. For example, there is environmental ethics. There is ethics in every subject, political ethics, etc. Okay, all those things will touch upon. This is how you'll go.
Okay, thank you.
Right, guys. Amazing discussion. So I wish you all the best and a very productive week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.